Welcome to the Unquiet Library's video tutorial on how to use the pre-search evaluation and note-taking graphic organizer form. We're going to first begin by making sure that we have printed our Day 1 article from Gallup Opposing Viewpoints or Surge Researcher. By now you should have read it closely and either used highlighting or your own note-taking system to have actually annotated the article, which means that you've taken notes or underlined and or used a combination of strategies to indicate important passages from your information source. You're going to take that article and staple it to the back of this form, which Mr. Bradford will provide you today in the library, and then you're going to first begin by answering just a few easy questions. Once you've put your name and today's date at the top of the pre-search graphic organizer form, answer question 1. For this first day, it should be either Surge Researcher or Gallup Opposing Viewpoints. Secondly, give the title of the resource that you're using. This would be the title of the specific article, not the name of the database. Third, we're going to indicate no for right now, but we'll be learning this skill a little bit later today. Now we're going to move to page 2. Pages 2 as well as page 3 provide you working space to now actually write down, either in sentence or bulleted form, big ideas, vocabulary words or unfamiliar terms, statistics or data, anecdotal stories or examples that you came across and found important from your article that you've printed from Gallup Opposing Viewpoints or Surge Researcher. You're going to need to have at least 2 to 5 notes per article. Pages 2 and 3 are designed to give you plenty of working space, but we do not expect you to fill every row for every article. However, we do expect 2 to 5 notes per article. This will vary depending on the length and depth of the article. Once you've pulled out the notes, which should come from what you've highlighted and annotated on the printed copy, you're going to then need to answer for each note, why does this information matter? Why is it important? That is a required question to answer for each note. The third column has a little bit of a different requirement. We're going to ask you to identify at least one question that you have from reading this information source. Ideally, we hope that you'll discover more than one question, but one is the bare minimum. This would be a question that you might have about something you want to know more about or need to follow up on after reading this article from Gallup Opposing Viewpoints or from Surge Researcher. Again, we do not expect you to fill up all of pages 2 and 3, but we do expect you to come up with at least 2 to 5 notes, answer why each of those notes are important, and then identify at least one question for follow-up or something that you want to know more about from reading that article. Finally, we're going to evaluate the article. We're going to be using something called the CRAP test to actually evaluate the quality of your article that you printed. We're going to look at 5 criteria, and we're going to evaluate the article on each of these criteria and give it a rating of 0 to 5. Our first quality to think about is the currency of the article. Is this article timely? Has it been published within the last 2 to 5 years? Anything that's 2 to 5 years old, you would probably want to give a 4 or 5 as being the best. Anything older, then you need to reconsider and see where it falls, in your opinion, on the scale of 0 to 3 in terms of being current and up to date. Secondly, what is the relevance of this information? Does this either actually answer a question that you have about your topic, or does it in some meaningful way expand your understanding of the topic or help you find maybe some new element of the topic to explore? Again, rate the relevance 0 to 5. Third, what is the authority of this information source? What makes this person or group qualified to publish this information? What are their credentials? If an author's name is given, you might want to Google that person and just see what is their background and what makes them qualified to write this article. If you are unable to find any information or no credentials are listed for your author, then you may not want to rate this article quite as highly. Then we're going to look at the accuracy. Is the information supported by evidence? Does it seem to be factually correct? Finally, what is the purpose of this information source? Do the authors or the writers of this article make any intentions clear? Are they there to entertain, inform, persuade, teach, or sell? Does the article seem to be primarily facts or opinions? Again, rate 0 to 5. When you've completed the graphic organizer and stapled it to your article, please give to Mr. Bradford. Thank you for watching this video tutorial.